Ciao bello, tutto sta a posto. Johnny Maestro here, and up for another video. Um, Last time we had a really long video about Italian different culture and places in Italy and things like that, and I wanted to kind of add to that. So, cominciare con musica. We're gonna play a little music to start with, and I wanted to say, I watched that video that I put out, and I wanted to say if you don't speak any Italian at all, um, don't feel bad because I didn't want you to think that just because certain people are. I mean, I have friends that speak Italian fluently, and I have friends who understand Italian fluently but can't speak a word. And then there's me that kind of knows what I know and puts it together and tries and maybe screws it up and whatever, but it doesn't matter. I think it's as long as you have some kind of idea about what your culture is and what it should be. Um, I think that's important. It's just a matter of keeping the culture alive. So whatever you can learn, learn. Don't be afraid to say something wrong, because this is America. Okay, this is the United States, and think about it. I mean, if an Italian person came here and spoke incorrectly but tried their best, would you correct them? No, you'd say, hey, don't worry about it. If they said, oh, signore, I'm going to have the hamburger today and the hot dog at the Yankee Stadium, are you going to say to them, no, 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 your pronunciation is awful? No, you're not going to say, don't worry about it. Excellent. Have a hot dog. Have a hamburger. Let's go have a beer. Let's go. I mean, I wouldn't watch the Yankees. I'm not a Yankee fan, but at the same time, you want to be ingratiating them into your culture and not trying to discourage them. So don't feel like you are in any way less than them or anything like that. I don't want you to feel that you're an Italian American, you're born in this country. Do your best to kind of preserve the culture, but know your limitations, and I think that's okay. You know who put it best? My friend from on YouTube, Vito from Jersey. Vito from Jersey went over to Italy and he heard a lot of people making fun of American people and saying all these things in Italian, taking advantage of the people who did not speak Italian. And he'd say, and the guy would, the barista would be singing, "Hey, questo è un figlio di puttana, io merte de cane." You guys, and Merte de carne sounds like the word American, so a lot of Americans think, yeah, I'm American, but they say merte de carne means dog shit. Okay, so you know you kind of got to be aware, that there are people out there that make fun of other people that don't understand the language, and it happens in this country too. I kind of want to tell the Italian Americans out there, even if you don't speak Italian, try to keep your wits about you. Number one, and number two, you know, I would say, try to, learn a little bit of the culture and, do your best. And if it doesn't work out, at least you're trying, okay? That's the way I look at it because you're not going to get anywhere unless you try. So, it doesn't matter. Do what you got to do. So, those are my words of wisdom. Uh, so let's try to speak a little Italian. Ok, ciao, ciao bella, questo è un messaggio di Fausto a Roma. Ciao Fausto e tua famiglia, e Marco, e tua sposa, io non ricordo il suo nome, e il nome di tua sposa e la moglie, io non so, non lo ricordo. Però, dammi un altro video, quando tutta la nome di tutta la famiglia. Ah, come tempo è la Roma? Se fa freddo, resta aprile. Aprile se usualmente non fa freddo. Hi ha tutta la horrible weather here. Snow. Troppo, è troppo. E tutto sta a posto. Questa città di Albany, tutta cucina, e Tony, e Phyllis, e tengo un figlio Anthony y Anthony es un posible un nuevo bachiller ha venido e pasa molto tempo la musica sta che questo qua questa mazurka medley un sogno gentile oh no I'm gonna play this one di Citancello compagno nostro una bella canzone italiana molto canzoni italiane, mi piace molto. È una da me che se la canzone, de canzoni napoletane, e Dici Angela Wii, come da fatta Mamma, un solo mio, è una grande canzone famosa tutto il mondo, il mondo. E altra canzone, Il Mondo, è una nuova gruppo che si chiama Io Volo, canta bellissima. Te voglio bene, sai, dici Angelo vui, parole belle. Altra canzone questa qua. Chi sto qua un tarantello napoletana? Sì. È una grande famosa canzone di tutta italiani dall'America. Sì, certo. Sono canzoni famose di tutta la moda, da tutti gli italiani in America. Adesso, si sa. Anyway, um, we hope you're having a good time. Aspettando para verano in Nueva Avril. And we're waiting. Oh, the Gran Festa, la Festa de San Antonio is venido a la Ciudad de Schenectady, which is always a good feast because they always have atripe. And if you don't know what atripe is, it's tripe. It's disgusting, but it tastes so good the way that they make it. And then one of the last feasts around here that's still fajno tripe, and it's good. The old ladies make it, and we love it. And of course, they got zeppelin, sausage and peppers. The old guys yell sausage babarod. But I don't know. It's something that I look forward to every June, and I hope you guys are going to look forward to it too. If anybody's going to that feast, they have a good one in Troy in the fall, and one in the summertime in Albany, and they have a Columbus Day feast in Colony every year, and that's always fun to go to as well. My good friend, I didn't go last year, I went the year before, but my friend Nick Coluccio had everybody singing up there. Nick was singing, who else was singing? Frank Giglio was singing, a lot of good music, good food put on uh, at the Columbus Day Feast in Colony at the park. Some more ideas. We'll have a whole episode we do about feasts, but I don't know. I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about my last post and tell people not to feel too nervous about what's going on with language, because I think all you have to do is try. Now I'm sure there's going to be a million comments about how horrible my Italian is, but at least I'm trying. At least I'm doing my best. Okay. Probably if the camera wasn't on, I'd probably do a little bit better, but because you get a little nervous, it happens, okay? Plus, I got about 18 different dialects going on in my head. Everybody speaks differently, at the coffee shop. I hear this, I hear that. I remember what I know. There's English and Spanish all mixed in. And I'm trying, and at 36 years old, I'm trying to piece it together. If I was maybe younger, or my parents taught it to me, speaking it growing up, maybe that would have been different. But we're a little bit removed. This generation's a little bit removed. And that happens. And which reminds me, it's another thing not to feel bad about. A guy came up to me one day and he said, guy at the club, nice guy, but he said to me, "Hey, you're a mother born in Italy." I said, "No, she wasn't." "Hey, so your grandmama, she born in Italy. Your nonna, she born in Italy." And I said, "No, actually, she was born here too. It was my great grandmother." And he looked at me and said, that's too far. That's too far." I said, and I got mad. I got a little upset. And I said, "Paisan, come here." I said, "What year did you come over? Quando tu hai venuto a questo paese?" I said, "What year did you get here?" And he says, 1962. And I said to this other guy I was talking, I said, "What year did you get here?" 1974, they said. And they didn't like the fact that my great-grandparents came here in 1908. 1908. And I said, "Paisan, it was not that hard for you to come into this country because so many people before came into this country. And, they're the ones that made it so easy for you to waltz in. They're the ones that were spit on and called Guinea, Wop, you know, Dago, whatever kind of Italian prejudice, and they endured all this stuff and just went about their business and did what they had to do. And then you guys kind of came in here in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and it was easy. And I'm not saying that, you didn't have the right to do that, but, when someone who was of Italian American descent, that came from relatives that came over in the beginning part of the 20th century, I don't think you should be, speaking poorly to them because of that. I think, and if anything, you should have some gratitude, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think that, you just because the culture's a little watered down, it's a little removed, it's been years coming in, I don't think that makes you, any less of an Italian. Yes, there are certain things that happen, but I think that as to keep some unity among Italian people, Italian American people, I think we need to, embrace each other, because I know a lot of, Italian Americans that look up to new people that come to this country and respect them. If someone's from Italy, hey, you're paisan, you're from Italy. My grandparents from Italy. We have something in common. We need to embrace that instead of divide ourselves and say, hey, you said too far to move, but you're no good. No, I don't like that. I think we're all kind of in this thing together, and we need to keep that attitude because that's what helps us survive, and that's what helps us, endure like we have over the years. Anyway, this is Johnny Maestro, wishing you a buonanotte, e ciao tutti, e cugino mio Fausto a Roma, ciao, arrivederci, okay, and we'll see you next time.